So let me tell you a story about me. I remember when I was younger, probably about 7, 8, 9 years old. I used to miss a lot of games simply because of nerves, not because I was injured or anything that happened to me, simply because I was so nervous for the match day. When I woke up that morning, I literally lied to my dad and would say, "Oh, Dad, I'm injured." When I really wasn't. I was just so nervous for the game. Even got to the point where my manager came up to me and was like, "Jaden, is everything all right? Like, JT, is everything good with you?" And I just had to say to him, yeah, I'm fine and all that. But really, I just couldn't say to him that I was nervous for the games. I just felt like I couldn't say that to him. I just felt ashamed of being um, nervous before games and having to cancel. I remember even at our presentation, it literally said, "Oh, I had attended every single training session, but then I'd missed about 10 games that year." And even I was thinking like, raw, like I went to every session and I missed the match. And the training sessions were only a day before the match. Training sessions were on a Saturday and we played on the Sunday. And then it was like there's no way I could have got injured before in between the training and the match day 10 times that year. Everyone knew something was up. Like even the parents were kind of like, how is that even possible? Like what even happened? But yeah, it's literally simply because of nerves, simply because I was so nervous to play. I don't know. It was weird. So then there was one game at the end of the season that basically if we won the league, if we won the game, sorry, we would win the league. I did not know this at the time. I don't think my dad knew this either. So when it came time for him to knock on my door in the morning and tell me, "Yo, let's go football," I told him, "Dad, I'm feeling a bit sick, you know." Yet again, because I was nervous, I was like, "Oh, Dad, I'm feeling a bit sick. I don't know if I can play." So he went to go watch the match, and I stayed at home. He came back to me and said, "Oh, the team won the league and they lifted the trophy and everything." And I was like, "What?" Because I didn't even know. No one had told me. No one had told him. He just rocked up and apparently the team lifted the trophy and won the league. I didn't even know this, and I can't lie. I was devastated. I was like, "Oh my days! How did I let this happen?" I was thinking, "No, I can't ever let this happen again." So from that day forward, I never missed another match because of nerves. I never ever missed another match. But that doesn't mean I wasn't nervous though before games. Later on, even into my teens, 13, 14, 15, I was still nervous. Nervous as hell on the pitch. So let me tell you how I managed to break those nerves. Let me tell you how I got way more confident on the pitch. And yeah, by 16, my nerves were gone. Anytime it was match day, I was ready, I was prepared, I felt good, and I believe we were gonna win every time. So let me tell you these three ways of how I got way more confident on the pitch. I was just, yeah, anytime it was match day, I was just ready for war. I'm just ready for war now. So yeah, let's get into it. So number one is pretty self-explanatory. It's literally just work ethic. Like I know it's basic, but it's true. It works. Michael Jordan, Kobe Bryant, they literally said work ethic eliminates fear. Because once you've been working so hard on everything you've done during the week or during those past months, once you've been working on your touch, your passing, your shooting, your fitness, you just walk onto the pitch and you just feel ready because you've already done it before. You're ready for any situation, anything that pops up. You just have that feeling inside you where you're like, anything happens, I'm gonna be good. I trust in my ability. I trust in my fitness. Everything like that. You just feel like you're gonna be good. For example, I remember when I was about 13, 14, I was really chubby. Like I'd got really fat, and then anytime I'd walk into the pitch, I'd be thinking, just just overthinking about my weaknesses, just saying, "Oh, what about if their center midfielder is just a quick, if it's just a quick player, like what if he just runs all game? I wouldn't be able to keep up." And all these thoughts going through my mind, and it was just bad. It was just I couldn't get locked in. I couldn't get locked into the zone of just playing the game. So I was just overthinking. I was focusing on him more than I was focusing on myself. I was just thinking, what about if all their midfielders are fast and all of this, da, 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 da. And it was just, yeah, it's just not the way. When you step onto the pitch, you just want to be in your zone. You just want to be there, just focused on yourself, just ready to kill, basically, just ready for war, just ready to win at all costs. And I was not doing that at all. I was there. I was overthinking. I was low confidence, overthinking, all of that. So during the 2020 lockdown, I decided enough was enough. Like I had to work on my fitness. I had to get my athleticism up. I just had to just for my confidence in football. So I went on so many runs, and by the end of the lockdown, I'd lost the weight. I lost so much weight. So yeah, I lost so much weight. And next time I stepped back onto the pitch, I felt good. Like My athleticism was there. I was quick. I was sharp. I was making tackles, interceptions, and yeah, literally just from that alone, my confidence skyrocketed. Anytime I went onto the pitch, I was just ready for war, just ready to win, just focus on myself. Didn't care who we were playing. I didn't want to hear about none of that. You know when your teammates talk about the other player from that team, he used to play for an academy this, academy that. I didn't care about none of that. I was just ready. I was ready. If he was playing in my position, hey, ready to take him out. You know what I'm saying? I was ready to take him out. So yeah, work ethic is the first one. I know it's self-explanatory. You probably knew I was gonna say this, but it's true. It works. It works. It was gonna take time. Obviously, I was running during the COVID. That lasted about what 6 months. It took me 6 months to get down, get my confidence up. But yeah, hey, it works. So that's number one. Work ethic. Just work on your weaknesses. Obviously, I say emphasize your strengths actually. Emphasize your strengths, but also work on the weaknesses to the point where they're not glaring weaknesses. Like it's not a weakness to the point where your first touch is just off. It's like hitting a brick wall. Your first touch. It's like bouncing off a brick wall. Like obviously if it's that bad, then obviously work on it. But I would say emphasize your strengths and then obviously just limit your weaknesses as much as possible. But yeah, that's number one. Okay, so number two is preferably finding a team that where the environment actually suits you. It suits your game, suits your play style, suits your personality. Pretty much all the factors to make sure you get the best out of yourself. So this could include a formation. Let's say you're a number 10, but the team doesn't play a number 10, or formation that doesn't play a number 10. Obviously, you want to try find a team where you can which suits you best, which you can play your best position. Let's say you're a wing, you prefer playing right back, but they play three at the back. You can only play as a wing back. Obviously, you're gonna want to find a team who play a four at the back. So yeah, obviously one of them is formation. The next factor could even be like the manager. What type of manager suits you? Do you need like a more nice manager who likes to put your arm around you and say, "Oh, don't worry, everything's gonna be okay." Maybe you like that sort of manager. Maybe that's what brings the best out of you. Maybe you need a tough manager on you. Maybe you like when you have a manager who just shouts at you, just constantly telling you to run up and down, get stuck in. Maybe you like that. He pushes certain buttons which gets the best out of you, gets you angry, gets you pumped up for the game. Yeah. So yeah, manager could be another one. Another factor in this could be your teammates, whether it's a team where they've all been together for a while. It's a close family unit type of thing. For me personally, that wasn't really a big factor. I was just there to play football. I didn't really care about if it was a family team. I was just there to play football, win games. But obviously, you might value that. So yeah, you might value that. So yeah, if you're a guy who likes to make friends in football, who needs that sort of like family environment, that close family environment, then yeah, you can consider that as well. But yeah, me personally, that factor wasn't really a thing for me. For me, it was more the play style and the manager more so. But yeah, teammates could definitely be one. And then obviously, lastly, is play style, how the team plays. Whether it's a team who likes to keep possession, and yeah, just sort of break the opposition down through multiple passes. Whether it's a team who likes to sit back and hit teams on the break. Whether you like that, maybe it's a team who like to go long, play long balls over the top. Whether it's a team who likes to play in the low block and just sit there all game. Hey, whatever play style matches, whatever style of play matches your play style and brings the best out of you. It, that's the way to go. Pretty much. So pretty much, yeah, whatever style of play suits you, whether you're a fast winger who likes to receive pings in behind and like to run in behind the defenders, or whether you're more of a ball player who likes to keep the ball, play one and two touch, and just yeah break down the opposition, or whether you might be a centre back, you might enjoy the low block, might enjoy sitting back and just defending all game, whatever suits you. But yeah, just make sure you find the right fit for you that brings the best out of you. And then number three, the last point is off-field preparation. Now, off-field preparation, it this is key because it gives you so much confidence stepping into the match, because you've done everything you can to bring out your best performance that day. You couldn't have done anything else, and you just go into the match having that attitude like, yo, whatever happens, it is what it is. I put in the work this week, or the last 2 weeks. I put in the work, and yeah, I should have a good performance today. But if it doesn't happen, hey, is what it is. That's the type of confidence that off-field preparation gives you. So obviously, things like a good night's sleep before the match. Obviously, I know certain guys don't need that. Certain guys can play off 3 hours of sleep and be fine. But hey, whatever works for you. But I'd recommend a good night's sleep. Probably probably a good diet as well. Obviously, you don't have to be super strict, but a decent diet. You don't want to be eating McDonald's every single day. Like you're gonna feel like shit. Let's be real. McDonald's every day, chicken and chips, all of that. You're gonna feel horrible waking up that morning. And then obviously consistent training throughout the week. Because obviously we know that feeling where we haven't played football in such a long time and we're just feeling stiff, like that our touch is off, our passes are a little bit off as well. You can't your fitness isn't really feeling there. Your legs kind of feel like jelly, like you're not really there. So obviously consistent training throughout the week obviously helps with that. You know it just gives you confidence. It just makes you feel like you're ready. Me personally, I remember whenever I'd skip training or whenever I couldn't go training, or I'd only play football like once in the whole week. When it came to the Sunday, I just wasn't feeling ready at all. I wasn't feeling confident. I was nervous. I was feeling nervous way before the game. However, when I'd play like probably like 4 times a week, 5 times a week, I felt ready. Like I said, ready for war. Literally just ready to win. Didn't care who our opponents were. I was just ready to play, just ready to ball out basically. So yeah, those are the three things I would recommend to build your confidence as a player. Obviously, everyone has their thing. Everyone has their pre-game rituals and all of that. Everyone has a thing that gets them in the zone pretty much. But yeah, these are the ones I would recommend. And yeah, I've been JT, and I'm out.